Hello guys and welcome back to my garden. In this video I am going to talk about what to do if you find yourself at a garden center and spot some roses on the reduced price shelf. Maybe you've wondered whether you should pick them up or avoid them altogether. After watching this video, you'll have the confidence and knowledge to tell which roses are worth buying and which ones aren't, and what to do with them to help recover if you decide to take them home. Today I will show you 2 roses that I purchased from the reduced section and explain what I have done to bring them back to life. But first I want to show you a rose that I bought last year. This is called a whiter shade of pale. It was in such poor condition that I had to prune it very hard. Honestly, I didn't have too much hope for it, but I thought it would be better to remove all the disease canes rather than leave them on. And here it is, just a few months later. It's amazing how well roses can bounce back and produce beautiful flowers. First, you have to think about roses as shrubs, because that's exactly what they are. They are woody plants with multiple stems that live for many years, and most of the time they have the ability to push out new growth if they are properly pruned and cared for. That's the good news. If a rose has everything that it needs, it will recover and you will never know that has been struggling. Even that it seems that growing roses require a lot of work, they are very resilient plants. As you probably realize by now, collecting roses is not a cheap hobby, and I'm always happy to try new varieties and to see how they will perform in my garden. The 2 roses that I will be showing you today are Elizabeth and Vanessa Bell, both from David Austin. I wanted Vanessa Bell since last year because I see she has great reviews, at least in America. I'm not entirely sure how she will perform here in UK. A few words about those varieties. Elizabeth is a large shrub around 140 by 140 centimeters, that's 4.5 feet. The color is pale pink apricot and the fragrance is strong, sweet old rose. Vanessa Bell is classified as a medium shrub reaching 110 centimeters by 90 centimeters. This is about 3 feet. The color is a pale yellow and the fragrance is a medium strong tea scent. So for this video, I've made a list to what to look when you see roses on the discount shelf. So the first thing is to assess before you buy. Check the roots by gently tugging the plant. It should feel anchor. If it's very loosely, the roots may be too damaged and it's not worth it picking it up. The second thing to check is to look for green under the bark. You can scratch a small spot with your fingernail. Green means it's alive. And the third thing is to ignore ugly leaves. Black spot mildew or yellowing can be fixed, but the dead brittle canes are harder to save. If it's possible and you can choose the best looking plant from the shelf. The second thing to do is to quarantine at home. If you notice insect damage or sign of disease, keep the new roses away from your existing one for 2 to 3 weeks to prevent spreading pests or disease. The third step is to rehydrate thoroughly. Give them a good drink as soon as you get home. You can even soak the pot in water for a couple of hours. The fourth thing is to prune them hard, but be very intentional with this. Remove all dead, damaged or diseased canes. Cut stems back to 3 to 5 healthy buds. Even if fell severe, this will encourage strong regrowth. And remove all diseased or spotted leaves. I'm doing all this to my 2 roses in preparation for planting, and I will also prune out all the blind stems, and this will create more space into the middle of the plant. The fifth step is to repot or replant immediately. If you are planting in a pot, move it into fresh, good quality compost. John Innes number 3 is great for roses. If you want to plant it in a ground like I'm doing here, you should dig a hole twice the width of the root ball and mix some compost. In my case, I found a lot of rocks, so I cleared those out to give the roots space to grow. I also decided to use a few fertilizer, and this will bring me to the next step, which is to feed the roses. The first fertilizer that I'm using is Miracle Grow. I will put just a handful into the planting hole, and I don't usually use this one for roses, but in this case I wanted the extra nutrients to support new leafy growth. The second fertilizer is blood meal. This is an organic, slow-release nitrogen source that encourages strong leaf and stem growth, speeds recovery after stress, and slightly acidifies the soil. And the third fertilizer is liquid seaweed. This will improve root development, will boost flower quality, will increase stress tolerance, encourage soil life, and is gentle enough to use it any time of the year. This will be the last big fertilization of the season. Maybe I will give it 1 or 2 more seaweed feeds in the next few weeks, but I won't overdo it. Feeding too much in autumn will encourage soft growth that's susceptible to frost and winter damage and can delay dormancy. And the last step is to keep it moist and sheltered. Water deeply once or twice a week, more in hot weather, and place the rose where it's getting morning sun and shelter from strong wind while recovery. I hope you find today's video informative, and I hope that I will give you the confidence to rescue a few sad-looking roses. If you have done this before, please let me know which varieties you've saved and what did you do to help them recover. I love to hear your stories, and other people can learn from your experience. Please consider subscribing if you like to support the channel. I am preparing a rose review for each rose that I own. Until next time, happy gardening everyone, and good luck with your own garden center finds.